Welcome, everyone. We are the Raconteur Society here once again to make you question why you're watching. But anyway, we are geeks past our peaks that have been throwing dice together since the 1980s. And tonight we are playing Deadlands Classic once again. We're continuing into our Canyon of Doom campaign. That announcement we have is we're having a giveaway! That's right. Planet FunkCon and the Raconteur Society have gone together and are giving away a one-weekend pass to Planet FunkCon.
To where?
Planet FunkCon.
Whoa! I wonder who's going to be there.
We will be.
Now that we're live and rolling, we'll let you know that the way that you can enter this contest is just like our other contests. You have to mention something, and tonight we're going to mention tickets. So you have to post tickets in the chat. And you can then
enters next Tuesday.
And
where is Planet FunkCon so they know if they're in Antarctica? They probably shouldn't have.
Planet FunkCon is at the River Center in Davenport, Iowa, June 27th through 29th. So out of print. But anyway, so continuing on, then our sponsor tonight is Planet FunkCon.
Yay! No.
So Canyon of Doom is the campaign that was published by Pinnacle for Deadlands Classic years ago. And, now you're in the Grand Canyon.
Yep.
So you've actually went all the way through, shot some rapids quite a bit, and had a couple encounters with the Laughing Men and some Indians and some little Nightmen.
And
stuff like that. You've seen them, but you haven't actually encountered them, but you've seen them. Along with other things along the way, and there are some bad guys who are kind of trying to beat you to this canyon, or this house of the old one, and they are some priests from the city of Lost Angels. Followers of Reverend Grimm, and if you know Deadlands, he's not a good guy. He's one of the servitors of the Deadlands Reckoners, so 12 shaman, and what you're doing is trying to find this clay ceramic box with a heart in it. It could still be beating. You don't know. But if you can return it to the Havasupai, they can hide it, or maybe they can actually find the shaman if it's still beating. If it's not beating, he's probably dead. But, you're in there to find out. And Dr. Haskins is all about that. He's like, anything we can do, that's an archaeological find. So it's now an Indiana Jones movie. So
in just a moment.
There he is.
Yay.
And now he's back. Hey.
Is that him? Is that really him?
Ooh, Frankenstein, yeah.
I ain't gonna pinch him.
Mike made an AI of him.
The other way, Rob.
sorry.
A little more.
Your other left.
Your other.
A little more.
There.
Right.
We got to keep you guys on your toes. Find the hiccup.
Well, Rob was playing the Invisible Band.
I won. But I do like out of print gems.
So anyway, you guys, when we last left off, had spent the evening with the Havasupai and spoke to the shaman Torak, and he told you about Jodrava, who was the shaman who went to the hunting grounds centuries ago, a couple hundred years ago, and may still be around.
Mike, I have a question. I'm doing a rep.
Okay.
We're all set.
So,
At the waterfall.
yep. The next morning, Torak offers to take you to the cave entrance, and you had cast guide, so you were kind of sensing not it specifically, but it is kind of giving you a path. And you also found out that necklace, the turquoise necklace that Dr. Haskins is wearing, or emerald that he was wearing, will guide you to the safest route to where you're going through this cave system. Now, he warned you that there might be things down there, like animals or... So, you guys, Torak takes you to the waterfall the next morning.
Now, we know that the bad guys were seen around the waterfall, right?
Yes.
I do remember that being
the Church of Lost Angels
Yeah.
were in the area not too long ago, like a day or two
Yeah,
ago.
that's why we were trying to hurry to get there this morning, because
So,
we didn't go last.
okay.
I'll need to roll for my night tours
What?
What?
Go ahead.
for the next.
No, I'm just like, so you get to the cave in the morning. So you get to the cave in the morning.
That's what we're gonna do.
So
all
you
night
get-
long.
Dale, I was.
Shut up!
I want.
Shut up!
Well, we're not gonna.
You're not going
We're
anywhere.
not
The
going
cave
to
left.
caves.
Who else going? I mean,
We're all
Haskins and Sophie's going. Lee will go.
Dr. Bruce.
Dr. Bruce will go if you want him
Assuming
to.
everybody's going,
Okay,
we're going
the
in,
guides
right?
are not. The guides are staying behind.
Yeah, we're not
Oh, the
taking
guides
those
are.
The guides are not.
Yeah, the
I thought they stayed behind at the boats anyway.
Well, I'm gonna stay behind because it's scary.
In Indians,
Yeah, the
That's-
guides will
the
probably.
Indian guides.
Yes.
Yeah, they're not going.
Yeah,
anywhere.
no. But the guides that got you through the river, they'll probably either stay here with the Havasupai or go back with the boat.
That's ridiculous because we paid for tour guides.
Yeah.
And they were supposed to show us through the caves. I mean,
Oh no, we were supposed to get you down the river here. You didn't. Nobody hired us to go in no caves.
Well, I'm telling
Behind the waterfalls, Torak kind of guides you through behind, and you see what looks like a cave entrance, and it's big enough for like one person at a time. It's not like this huge cave. It's almost like it looks literally like a sort of large doorway. So you can go in one at a time. Getting out two at a time is going to be difficult.
Hard, right?
So he kind of
Go ahead.
he explains this is the entrance to the cave system. As I said, I have not been down there since I was a young man.
I want to see if I can notice if there's fresh footprints.
Okay, yeah. If anybody wants to roll tracking, you may.
Tracking is where. Oh, right there. Yeah, 13 exactly.
13.
Yep.
Okay.
19.
Okay. Do you guys look? You at first you don't see any, but as you kind of shine a light in the cave, you do see one single footprint in there. So, and it looks pretty recent. So,
Oh, they must have gone. They must have gone and headed in now.
Yeah, it's going into the cave.
yeah, it's going into the cave.
Those damn preaches.
How many?
just one.
Not just one footprint at the moment that I can see.
And you do know that
Yeah.
the waterfalls washed a lot of
Yeah,
the tracks
the
out your
waterfalls
way,
probably.
and the spray kind of comes into the cave, and that you're lucky you found the one footprint.
Right.
But with a 13
that-
and a 19, you would have seen it.
But that definitely lets us know they're in here already.
What size is there?
Oh, let me get out my tape measure and have a shoehorn here.
it's
And
like a shoe print, a barefoot, or
it's a human footprint.
Shoe print.
Shoe print.
shoe print.
Boot
Boot
print.
print or something. Yeah.
It was
Yeah. So anyway, you guys can light up lanterns. You all had the lanterns equipped from Smith and Robards that are like,
oh,
I got
Ghost
my
Rock.
harness with the thing
yeah,
on it.
it's got the ghost rock
night
and that
vision
thing.
goggles,
You've
too.
got night vision goggles, but don't forget, don't have the lantern on when you use them.
I think we should probably use our goggles considering we got people in here waiting on us.
Well, we don't have enough sets for everybody though.
Yeah, everybody has a
has
set of
one.
goggles.
Even the doctor.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. They
Yeah,
send
he can
extras.
take my pair because I have my own.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So let's keep the light down a little bit, maybe, perhaps.
Good.
Even Iron Olaf.
Even Iron Olaf.
Yep.
Sounds like
So-
a wrestler.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to rely on your goggles, you notice that with the lantern you can kind of see a little bit more, but with the night vision, it's not too bad. It's a little dimmer, but you can see a little farther too.
My goggles were different though.
Your goggles, you can pretty much see like
I
it's
can see each of their heats, their heat signatures.
Heat signatures.
Heat signatures.
Wonderful. It's the greatest thing ever.
Warm and moist.
Torak's like, Torak's like, I'm gonna leave you people alone. You guys go in the cave, and then hopefully there's another way out.
What are you talking about? Anyway, sorry.
So once you guys all get in the cave, it is kind of a large cavern in here, and Torak tells you good luck.
Godspeed.
They'll wait for you when you return.
Spirit speed.
Don't know how long it'll be. He remembers it being like maybe a full day to get there and get back out. But of course, depending on what you encounter, what you see, he doesn't know. So they'll give you a couple days. And if they haven't heard from you, he'll send some braves in to try and for a little bit to see if they can find you. But if they're not going too far, so
Okay.
Okay. So once you get in the cavern, it's kind of a large room, of course, is what it looks like. So you guys can all kind of prepare yourselves, get your goggles on, whatever you need to do.
Cobb, could you bless a few of these shells for me?
Well, there you go.
Thank you.
Not gonna spend any points on you.
Oh,
Should have done that last night, I guess.
Okay. So, do we need the whiteboard? I can use the whiteboard if you wish. I don't know how much you're going to need it, but I can kind of show you where you're going if it's going to
just
be
put
easy.
dots or something and
Okay.
connect them.
I'll describe it, and then if you lead like where it is.
That's what I did in Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, that's true. So, yeah, I'll do that.
To the whiteboard. Da-da-da-da.
Whiteboard cam.
Oh, there's Dale's face.
Hey!
Oh my lord! I can see. I saw the underside of your beard. There's people in there.
You're not in camera. Let me get you in camera. You're doing a Rob.
I'm invisible.
I'm not really here. I don't exist in the real world.
Oh, look at that! It looks like a little. It looks like a little elf hat.
Yeah.
Tall tale tavern joined, it looks
Kind of
like.
blurry. Focus, dang it.
Okay, there you go.
Focus.
Yeah.
Focus. There it is.
Who's doing a robbery?
Yeah, exactly, Simon.
Okay.
It's a Christmas elf.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here's the cavern you enter, and there's a pathway, one single pathway, and it opens up into another cavern. Not quite as tall as the one you just came from, but it's still, I mean, the ceiling would be like 7-8 feet tall, so it's not bad. And you're definitely not. Do you put on the suit once you get in, or
Yeah.
okay? So you strap in. You guys can help Olaf strap into this suit.
Help
Put on it.
Olaf with a strap on.
So
Well, I'm definitely watching. I want to see how this is done. I've never seen such an industrial apparatus put into work in a deep cave like this before.
I know. I don't know.
Oh, wait.
I don't know why the cave looks like an elf in a bottle hat. I don't know.
let's see. Where is that? I think I gave you a lot of the stats for it, didn't I? For the suit.
I believe you did.
Okay, well, I've got it here.
Good.
So
I thought you were talking about the strap on.
first thing, Olaf, roll a d20.
Woo! We might be done right now.
Watch the seat, jacked him out and hit him in the top of the seat of
Forgot
the
to
cavern
charge
wall.
it.
There's the big one.
True. 18.
Ooh,
Barely.
that
Okay.
is.
Yep.
Or was it?
It's reliability number of 17.
Damn.
So you basically get on, you're like,
We got him strapped upside down.
you're like,
We did something wrong.
I can't really move. Ah. You can make an engineering roll. Everybody else can make a smarts check. Your engineering roll is target number 5. Everybody's smarts check is 7.
Smart.
Oh, well, it ain't working. You put new batteries in it?
Where's my smart?
What
Is
was the target for smart?
7.
There it is.
9.
9?
While these guys are playing around with their toy, I'm keeping an eye out.
Yeah, that's fine.
Back there with the string.
I'll do the same.
And I've told you that contraption ain't worth damn.
You realize you don't hear anything coming from the boiler. You forgot to light it.
Oh god, it's gonna explode.
So you
Where's that dynamite?
start up the boiler, and you hear that.
Which stick would you like?
You hear that low.
All right.
So roll 20-sider again. I hope the boiler doesn't blow up.
Wow.
Okay. You're like, oh. And as soon as you go to move, it's like power steering. Your power steering came back. Oh, hey. And it does. You can hear like the little gears moving and little pulleys operating. And And it's kind of a stripped down Iron Man Mark 1 from the cave in the first Iron Man.
Oh.
Right.
It's kind of big, bulky. It's the plate here, the harness that holds you in is straps. Then there's a plate that kind of comes over it that kind of holds you in. And it's weird because it almost looks like a rib cage. And then it's got the struts that go on either side of your arm with joints here that kind of strap in and your wrists. So it's kind of like being encased in a giant metal skeleton, so to speak. Mm-hmm. The boots are a little big and thick, so you're probably
Eat your heart out, Ripley.
about 6 inches taller than you normally are. Mm-hmm. And there is a helmet that comes with it, but it looks like your old-fashioned, like 1900s football helmet. It's kind of that thing.
And with more steam pipes, right?
Yeah. Think the loader from Aliens. That's a good example. So, yeah, it's kind of like
said,
that.
eat your heart out, Ripley.
It doesn't have any, like, weapons per se. There's not, like, Gatling guns on this thing or anything.
But there could be eventually.
Could be. But you can access your weapons because it's not like big mitts or anything. It's just your hands. So you could use a rifle if you wanted or draw a pistol, that kind of thing. You are slower. Don't forget you're at -2 to your quickness rolls, I believe.
Because of his night terrors. Yeah.
-6 to quickness rolls. Because this thing is not, it's not cybernetics. It's not pneumatic drills or anything like that. Pneumatic, yeah, you're like, look out, Olaf. Okay. Here we go.
Let me think about it first.
So once you get to this first cave, it's just another large cavern. A lot of those, it looks like ahead. Don't really see anything. It looks like it splits. Haskins kind of stops, and you do too, as a matter of fact. And he's like, I feel like we should go this way. And you feel the same.
Okay, I kind of nod.
Okay.
So to the right?
To the right.
To the right.
Dip, baby, dip.
Another large cavern. Again, pretty empty. But
Ghost walking backwards. Crap.
it kind of comes up and splits off again. And you feel like you should probably go to... Oh, wait. As you enter this cave here, you notice there are strange markings on the wall. Almost like pictographs or something like that, or cave drawings of some sort. And as you look at them, you can kind of tell it's like cave paintings of normal everyday life. There's like the cave drawings of people farming, maybe hunting. And as you look, they're really, really ancient. And Dr. Haskins like, oh my word, this must be the caves of the Anasazi. The Indians that were here before. This looks like some of the things I've seen in research about them. This is really where the Anasazi lived and worshipped.
Or it's a map of the RPG Rorschach test.
Could be.
And then Mr. Pope says, Cheech and Chong elf.
Cheech and Chong elf.
Yeah.
And it's a backroom cave with some really good drawings, but you had to be 18.
Thanks, zombie.
But as you look at this, he takes a minute and kind
You
of
think
opens
the
up his
Anasazi
journal.
lived in this cave?
Yeah, and if you remember right, Torak said that this cave system was inhabited by the Anasazi years and years and years and years and years ago. The
How many
ancient
years?
Indians. Years and years and years and years ago.
I thought you said.
At least
And,
20 dozen years ago.
They used to use this cave system mainly as a place of worship. And they would come here like in the winter and stuff like that, but they roamed the land all around here, of the Grand Canyon. So this is where they lived, and that's why when the Havasupai kind of settled here, they knew about these caves a little bit, and the shaman would go check them out, and that's where he decided to hide Jodrava's heart, because nobody ever goes in there anymore.
Anyone about to ask what they worship down here?
I assume just their own deities or whatever they had. I'm not sure.
Did it say anything in them drawings about what might be in here?
No, it looks like their life on the plains in this room. A little bit of what they did outside. Maybe as we go farther.
Keep an eye on it, Doc.
Okay. You guys follow, and there's like tunnels that split off every once in a while, but you guys are following your guide and his necklace, and you kind of are taking the same path, so you're just sticking to that. At one point, Sophie's like, should we check out some of these side tunnels? And Haskins like, I think we'd best stay on this path. And they said it would be the safest. We don't know what's in those side tunnels. And I've already found this, which is amazing. So
we're done. We can head out then.
nope. After a while, you come to another little cavern.
And I'll probably be sticking close to Haskins, the doctor.
Okay.
Me too.
Everybody's like this. No, sorry, this is wider.
Actually, no. Kelvin would be hanging back a lot. He'd be the last person going through.
Well, behind me.
So now we've come to the elf spleen.
Yes. This is the elf's Big Mac that he's been dreaming about.
This is the connection.
That looks more like a Whopper to me.
Yeah.
I thought it was a hot dog.
Where's the meat?
As you walk into this cavern, it's larger than the other ones you've seen, not as far as ceiling-wise, but lengthwise. As you kind of look and come in, you're like, oh, wait a minute. Part of the floor is missing. It looks like it's a
made of
crevice.
lava.
A crevasse.
Crevasse. It's about 10 feet across, maybe a little less, but it's a pretty big jump. Can't tell how deep. Once you get close to it, a bit of a breeze blows up from the darkness below.
Ew, gross.
But there's a smell of like corruption in the air.
Corruption?
That's
Maybe
what they call it now.
maybe like decay.
Death.
I'm not sure, or almost like sewage. You're like, what is that smell?
We're in New York.
Yeah.
We've gone a long way.
There's politicians in this basement.
Oh, they give an example. It's not a rotting flesh. It's like a swamp after it just rained.
Oh, okay. Well,
Think of that.
yeah.
Less pleasant petrified.
Oh, there's a small draft from the deep below. Yes, it happens.
So anybody who looks down into the crevasse, you can make a cognition roll, target number of 11.
And remember, mine are heat signatures.
Yeah. Nope, that's not going to help you.
Unfortunately, I made it.
Yay!
Hey, because I don't
Now
think this
roll
is going to
your
be the thing.
dice.
It was 11.
11.
Yeah.
Because it's better.
Is Keen count?
Huh?
Keen count?
Yes, keen and eagle eyes. I will allow eagle eyes as well.
Time goes.
I got 13 again.
Okay?
Load.
Everybody make it?
No.
So
Apparently, I'm watching kind of behind us, make sure nothing's coming up.
And you didn't make it either. Okay. You three kind of look over the crevasse and you're like,
Take a
Closer look.
way,
I can see my house from here.
way down there. You see like a faint shimmer for a second, and it looks blue-green. It looks like water, but it's way, way down there.
Don't light a match.
So there might be water, but you have no idea how deep. I mean, it could be just a little bit of water on the surface. So if you fall, you might make it. You don't know.
You'd hit so hard. It's so far down there. You'd hit so hard. You'd break
And
a
Lord
leg.
knows what's
Well,
in that
after he
water.
pushes me, how long till I hit?
I imagine you'll probably bounce along the walls a few times before you hit the water.
Now you tell me.
What if is that part of the river spur, maybe? A
Maybe go underground.
spring of some type, perhaps?
Could be. That's
be.
way down there, though.
Well, what's that smell?
It's whatever's in the water, I'm assuming.
Could be just vegetation. So it's time to figure out how you're going to get across this thing.
Hold on.
Now I will tell you let me tell you what it would be if you just want to run and jump. So you get an idea.
Okay.
Running and jumping across the thing requires a hard target number of 9 nimbleness check. If the hero misses it, make another hard 9 nimbleness check to just catch the edge on the opposite side. If If you miss that one, you get no second chances. You fall into the darkness, and we'll see what happens.
I forgot to tell you, but we did talk about it. I did make my doorway the night before. Remember that?
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, and that just goes back to...
The tribe. I just put it
Oh,
there.
back to the tribe. Yeah, okay. So, yep.
Hey, Batman or Batwoman. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm going to pull out my shotgun. I think it goes from the shotgun. One of the shotguns. Either one, I think.
Yeah.
Reach into my coat. Pull out that. I think I used it once before because.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, the devil bats.
Yeah,
Get up
the
there.
devil bats. Pull out that gizmo I had before. That's the grappling hook with a line.
Oh, I'm so glad you're here.
Okay.
I'm whatever the party needs.
So you can basically...
I think swinging might be the way to go. That way nobody has to
We're
hold
gonna
it.
have to rope the
Yeah.
walking contraption across.
Can it jump? Does it have the power?
It is possible you can jump because you have a strength of increase of 2 die types. So I will allow that. Instead of a nimbleness of 9, I would probably let you have a nimbleness check of 5. Because you can run and those pistons are going to launch you rather than you trying to use your muscles to jump. It's going to kind of launch you. So I'll make that roll easier with your suit.
Mid-flight, hit the afterburners.
Yeah. So if you roll nimbleness target number of 5, you can jump across.
Iron kangaroo.
If
Why don't you
make
jump
nimbleness,
across-
You still have to make a nimbleness check. So yes, it would be your driving mechanical suit, which is 2d8.
Yeah.
So roll 2d8. You need a 5 or better. Now, don't forget, if you don't go bust, you can always spend chips to increase your rolls.
Okay, so he's doing this before or after we set the hook?
Probably, I don't
Or
know.
before.
Yeah, it looks like before.
Because if he falls
Well-
in, we might as well just call it a day.
Oh, I have another rope tied to the suit.
Everybody hold on
Yeah,
real
how much
tight.
does the suit weigh again?
I don't know.
It's pretty heavy. I
Well,
mean,
there's-
it's not aluminum.
Are there rocks and stuff around, like crags coming off the sides of the walls and
No,
stuff
not
that we get
really.
tied to?
It's kind of a smooth cavern.
Okay, well, I'll try to hold him.
Now, the suit is a little bit bigger than him, though, right?
Yeah, it makes him about 6 inches taller.
Or if we're lucky, he'll hit a narrow spot if he falls.
I'll tie a rope to him.
Get stuck in it.
So I only
So when he gets
We
about
could all,
halfway
like-
over, I'll just jerk it back real
I only
quick.
need,
guess
I
we
only
could
need
all
a
hold it.
5,
You only need a 5.
Make it.
So as long as you roll a 5 or better,
but I got a -1 because of my night terror. So
I did tie a rope to him.
Yeah. Trying to see if.
I got an 8.
an 8,
So that's
And he goes,
7. Okay.
But
Yeah.
when he does it, it does that. You're like,
Yeah, it's like.
$1 million man.
and now we not only have a rope going across, we'll have a rope from the ceiling. So if we fall off that rope, you can grab the other one.
It's got that 70s like
Yeah. Yep.
slow motion.
Tie
you
that rope off
basically-
over there.
Jump, you run, and you see him clank, 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 thunk, and you actually hear the pistons like, and almost launch him across, and he lands square on the other side. But you notice when you
go.
land, there's
You changing coin.
you suddenly realize there's no shock absorbers, so when you land, it's like,
like,
whoa.
Yeah.
And you guys, you can see it when you land, the ground cracks. There's a couple little cracks that come off. I mean, you are heavy. So he clang.
And his
Like-
teeth chatter. Ow.
Got about as good suspension as an old diesel bus.
Right.
So he's got the rope over there.
Tie that rope off.
Well, actually, his strength is 2 die types higher. He could just stand there.
Well, that's true. You just
Yeah.
plant his
He
feet.
wouldn't have any tie it off. He'd just plant his feet and just stand there. And so you shoot. Just roll target number 3. Make sure you don't go bust.
Oh, what is that thing?
Anybody want
It'd
to
just
crawl
be
across
shooting.
while we're waiting?
Just be shooting.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna try and shadow walk because
I'm going to try and shadow walk.
I'm gonna do better.
Shooting.
Yeah.
I forgot the target.
So you, poof, and it clink. You kind of tug it. It's fine. You can set the latch so when they jump, it doesn't unspool, and they just set the latch a little higher so you can hold it here, and all you got to do is kind of run, lift your legs up, go over to the other side. Then when you get there, land,
Bring it back.
swing it back. So you
After
guys
you,
can do
Miss
that.
Lily, go ahead. I'm going to hold this other rope while, just in case.
How many yards across is it?
It's 10 feet across. So that'd be what?
3 yards.
3 yards.
I got 5 yards shadow walk.
Cool.
Olaf, you're like, I made it. And all of a sudden, Bo's like, we made it.
Yeah.
Good job.
Right next to you.
Good job.
So one at a time, you'll all be able to swing across. Nobody really has any issues with it. It's mainly just getting it up there. So this makes it an easy cross.
Oh.
Yep. So one by one, you get over there. Everybody's okay. You can kind of release your grappling hook where the thing's kind of chink, comes back.
This is
reel it in.
awesome. You know what it is? It's the old Pitfall game from Atari.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah, there's actually 3 alligators at the bottom. But if you run over them backwards, you don't get eaten.
Oh, it's true.
So yeah, you guys make across this, and everybody's like, "We're good. All right, let's go." So you can continue on, and let's see. As you get up this way, you start getting a smell. And this does smell
It smells so
a
bad.
bit like
butt.
decay, rotten meat. You know, just a very earthy smell.
Like death.
And as you guys are kind of coming, there's like there's one goes up here. There's one that way. It's telling you to go straight, but as you kind of get out,
The necklace?
huh?
The necklace?
The necklace and his guide is like, just go straight. But this little offshoot off to what would be your left, as you get out of that bigger cavern, you kind of smell that, and you hear some shuffling noises down that way. And as soon as you kind of like, somebody goes, shh, they stop.
All right.
Making any sign.
I cast sound
Okay.
down the hallway.
Not that
But it's not a
sound.
loud sound. It'd be like I could make it kind of a rock or just a.
Sure.
But I'll cast it down that way.
Past or down that tunnel or
Yeah.
past that tunnel.
Because it's down the tunnel, right?
Down that tunnel.
In front or the side spur?
The side spur.
Okay.
You guys are here,
Yeah.
and it's coming from
The
this
one
offshoot
on the
tunnel.
left.
The necklace and his guide is telling you to go straight, but there's something was shuffling down this tunnel and it stopped.
Okay, I'll put it down there.
Put it down there,
You gonna
Okay.
throw a sound down there?
like a rock clinking off something or whatever.
Ting, ting.
You hear that shuffling again, a little more like, and then it stops, and you hear a couple footsteps, like approaching this tunnel, and then they stop.
I'm gonna look down that tunnel with my goggles on.
You gonna go up there and look down the tunnel?
That's what I was gonna do. with
You
my
go to
infrared.
you go to where the tunnel is, and you look around. There's 2 ghouls, like right there, the little nightmen.
Really?
Like all hunched over, and they're just like their skin is like that ashen gray and black. Their eyes are like real wide.
Yeah.
And they're a little bit like a red glow inside of them. They got these long, gnarled fingers, and they're real like muscly, wiry, but they've got like open sores.
Yeah.
And there's 2 of them,
Yeah.
and they kind of like when you come around the corner,
I do the same thing.
huh?
I was looking
And they
down,
attack.
too.
Oh, and as you look at them, you're like, whoa! You see 4 more behind them.
Oh.
Yeah, I was looking down too, but I wouldn't see all that. I would just see that there's a heat signature there. I'd be like, "What is it?
Yeah. So
What is
I
it?"
don't hesitate. I pull the triggers.
Okay.
So I was walking with my pistol or my rifle.
okay, well, go ahead.
Roll to hit or shoot.
Yeah.
Quickness.
Actually, yeah, quickness,
Quickness is-
because
Do we need to go into roll?
there's a
round?
chance
They're like,
these fellas could react quick. I don't know.
light it.
Everybody,
Okay, I got
because
a
I
7.
guarantee you, if any of them get past him, they're coming at you.
I got a 7.
I got a 7.
Nothing.
17.
I got nothing.
Guys, just like last time. 17.
I got 10.
So I really do just back up, pull my glass, and what is it?
Yeah.
What is it? Do we need to roll guts on these guys?
You will once you see them. So
I did.
Lily and Kelvin, go ahead and roll your guts. It is target number of 7. Don't forget to add your grit.
She gets 1, doesn't she?
Okay.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't go bust, so you get one for participating.
Oh, I get one for participating?
Yep.
Yeah, only
you
if
got
you
a
don't get any
participation
successes
card.
and get a 1 or more.
Is it an ace?
Yes.
That's the most epic comeback ever. All right. Aces.
Nope. Red Joker first.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm shooting. Pull the trigger on the rifle.
Which one are you aiming at?
Whichever one's right in front of me.
There's 2 right in front of you, so just pick one.
Yep.
Okay.
To the right.
Got it.
Well, one's right in front of me and one's right in front of him.
Technically.
Either way.
So, yep.
Sounds like walking around with a rifle and just, you know?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, that's deafening.
6 is my
Yeah,
highest,
that's
looks
gonna
like. Nope, 10 is my highest. Sorry. 10 is my highest.
Okay, so you hit with 1 raise.
And everyone in the whole cave is like, hey.
15 for location.
15. Upper guts. Oh, and you got a...
I got a raise.
Oh, they just put it in the arm, so
He's going
upper
for
guts
the
is better.
spleen.
Yep.
I'll blow the middle out of them if I can.
The other guys are like, ooh.
All right.
Yeah. We'll just take Jerry.
They're just sitting there. Ooh, I got it.
And if you kill that one, that's Ben. So Ben and Jerry's, we'll have dessert.
All right.
Kind of flavor, Rocky Road.
Okay, so
Well, we're on a road in the rock.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Buttermilk ghoul
Yep.
True.
Ooh, that's true.
It's making me hungry.
With pecans?
Buttermilk.
with pecans. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think those are pecans.
No nuts?
Those are real nuts.
Oh.
We got to dig.
If you
around.
did more than 30, just stop counting.
56.
Okay.
He just atomized. It's like,
So you basically, kaboom!
Big
And
50.
the whole chest area is just vaporized.
yeah.
Do you remember the movie Predator?
Yes.
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 Jesse Ventura just happened.
Yep. Yeah.
So you basically blow a hole through its chest. There's mist, bloody mist everywhere. Now, one thing you guys notice is when he boom, it's not as loud as you expected it to be.
Really?
Yeah. And you've noticed down here, it's kind of like there's always like a bit of a breeze, but you can't tell where it's coming from. And even your footsteps haven't really echoed. Like when you fired your shotgun, when he jumped across, you were expecting a big hollow echo.
Boom. Yeah.
It wasn't that bad. It was more like you're outside. So it's kind of like, oh, okay. And one thing you also noticed I should have said this. You and Haskins have a sense of direction. You guys, once you got past this little cave, you were all sorts of turned around. You're like, I don't know which is north, south. Even when you get down here and take a turn and you're like, well, we just came from that way. I can't remember
But I
if we
can't
turned left
remember
or
if we
right.
turn left or right. Yeah. Okay.
Right. So you're like, you really can turn around.
So
Yeah, when he fires that big 50, it's not, I mean, it's loud, but it's not near as loud as you thought with the echoing and stuff. So you blow that one away. It screeches and just collapses.
Shouldn't he, with a roll like that, shouldn't he get like 1 or 2 that were in the back?
Well, let's do the innocent bystander rules and see what happens.
That's good bystander rules.
No. Bullet went right between the other 4, probably. So it splatters him. He drops.
And the other guy grabs it. Hola, tute.
Yeah.
Simon says shotguns, gotta love them.
Wasn't a shotgun. No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
was a big
Sharp's
50.
big 50.
Sharp's 50.
That was a cannon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had wheels. He just rolled it up.
So now it's aces.
Giant boomstick.
Aces.
Club.
Ace of clubs. What do you have, Lily?
Diamond.
Okay, so you're first, Lily.
Oh, I get to do one thing. Yeah, I have my sawed-off shotgun out still from yeah,
You mean like, what the hell is
So you
up
can
with
grappling
that?
hook.
Boom. Okay.
They're at that.
So first I do the shoot.
Shooting shotgun. Target number's 5.
9.
Okay, so you hit. Go ahead and roll a d20.
Holy crap. Simon, that's
19.
awesome.
You know, it's just epic storytelling. You were like 1 point away from a raise, and one raise will put it in the noggin. I'm just going to give you the noggin. It's a ghoul. So go ahead and roll.
He's hunched over, so
It's true. That's true.
Yeah. So 5
The Humpty Hump.
5d6, but you're rolling 7d6 because it's in the noggin. Trust me, there's going to be a lot more opportunities to shoot ghouls.
76, and I add all these up individually.
Add them together.
They do
If
pop.
they pop.
Yep.
Don't forget that.
If you roll a 6, it's an
Add
ace.
it and then pop.
7, 8, 12, 16. That was 17, 18.
Okay, 3 wounds. So basically, he's like, boom! And this guy just turns just enough to get, like you were pointing right here. He's like, whoa! And it basically blows his face off. Like nose and everything. So he's screeching with no face. You know, blood's just pouring out. Most of his teeth are missing. He's
Probably better look.
blind.
The ghouls in the back are like, ooh.
Yes.
You got a facelift.
All 4 of the ghouls
at
in
him,
the
throw it
all
at
4 of the ghouls in back start putting on bibs like
Jerry looks
Can't believe you actually set that one up too.
yeah. So that was aces, kings.
Oh, he had an ace.
Well, I got.
Oh yeah, you had an ace of clubs. You hear
I actually,
That's
I'd have to maybe
No,
backpedal
that's the
or
Joker.
foot. Cause you're actually behind me.
No, I'm not anymore. I went around to go look in the cave.
Oh, okay. So am I at the thing in the cave?
you can take a couple steps up there and be at the
Okay.
entrance.
I
to
mean,
the cave.
can I shoot like over them?
Yeah, you're 6 inches taller, so you're just like, here, I'm going to use the top of your hat as a rest. Yeah, you can shoot
So-
over them.
Yeah. Take the guy down there on the left, I guess,
Okay.
and
Get him, zombie.
12
Jesus.
points.
Okay. So you shoot him in the stomach, basically. He screeches and moves back. Let's see. That was aces, kings,
Tickets, John's King.
queens, jacks.
Oh, and you know what? I kind of messed up because I got to show the cards. I don't have the cards up.
Oh,
Sorry,
cards up.
everybody.
You've got. It's not like you have a million things to do over there or anything, Mike. Jeez.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be
All right.
back in a couple.
Well, there's probably quite a few people up there, right?
Yeah, there's 3 in front of the entrance, so you're probably not going to get to it. And Olaf takes up 1.5.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
One is
So
made into the human donut. The other one's faceless.
Yep. And one guy has a really bad tummy ache.
Yeah. That's the zombie donut.
well, I am going to try and do Shadow Walk.
Okay.
So we will do that. And I believe that was smart.
And let me check something before you cast that spell, sir.
Okay.
Buddy,
Yes.
jeez.
If can I
Exhibitionist.
use quick draw or no?
Yeah.
Because if you do quick draw, you can shoot.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do.
But that will also be your shot. Shot is the quick draw.
Yeah.
So what's your quick draw?
My quick draw is 5d12.
So are you just dropping the Sharp's Big 50?
Mhm.
Okay. So go ahead.
Now, do you have the quick pull holsters? You get +2. Don't forget.
Did I get
I don't
those?
think
I don't
you
think we
do.
did because I learned what I learned from Copperhead so far, but I don't
And
think
he has the +2 quick draw holsters.
right. 11.
11. Okay, so you hit.
Location is that's off counter.
Now, are you firing both pistols? Or just one?
Just one.
Okay.
I hit in the fuck.
Oh. So in a leg.
Yep.
So go ahead and roll damage. Are you aiming at the one that Olaf hit in the stomach or just one of them?
Yeah, I'll shoot the one that Olaf hit in the stomach.
Okay.
Well, these
So that was 10s, 9s,
I got a spade.
Okay.
Yep, it's you.
I'll. No, did you take that one down?
He's still up.
No, he's still up.
I'll
He's
shoot-
not feeling
I'll-
that
I'll-
great, but
I'll shoot at the same guy. So
Okay.
where'd it go? I got 6
Okay.
to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
15 location.
Upper guts.
And again, 48 for damage. That's pop. 15, 26.
Okay. That's the one you shot in the lower guts. This time you hit him in the upper chest, and he just kind of like screams and falls dead, twitching. So that one goes down. Okay.
The holy roller's down.
What was that card? 9, 8?
9.
I forgot. 9, 8.
I got spades.
Okay.
So are we like? Where are we at according to where that cavern they look down?
Right there at that intersection, pretty much. But these guys are kind of at the mouth of the cave. I mean, you could get up there, but you're kind of like. But you're right there at that intersection if you.
Okay. No, I just I'm gonna put this up my sleeve, but I'm gonna hang tight to Laskin. What's his name? Is Dr. Laskin? Haskins. And just kind of like make sure he doesn't like jump into the fray or something like that.
Right.
And then I'm gonna like shine my light continuously down that tunnel.
Okay, so you're gonna light the lantern.
I've always had it lit, actually.
Oh. So you kind of warn these guys. I've got a light coming up. So if you want to take your goggles off.
Well, they're looking down that other tunnel anyway.
Oh, which are you going to?
No, I'm
the
not.
next one?
he's lighting up the tunnel.
You're
The
going
tunnel
to
that
the
keeps
next-
going straight. The way it tells us to go, our guide and the thing told us to go.
Yeah.
I'm looking down that way.
Oh, okay. Okay. You kind of hold it up. Roll your cognition. Target number of 9.
There's one.
And then with Keen, 19.
Okay. As you kind of lift the lantern up, you see a small shape, like about the size of like 5 foot tall,
Okay.
kind of duck back into that tunnel down there.
Okay.
And it's-
to which tunnel?
The one that
next
goes
one that
off
goes
to the right. Yep.
Okay.
It was kind of like lift the tunnel and something just stepped back in.
Okay.
So there was something there.
Do I just look at to keep the card up my sleeve?
Yes.
Or do I, okay.
Yeah, you can do that. 7s, 6s, 5s. Okay. The 2 remaining ghouls that are in this hallway are going to run up and attack you and one on you. So. Okay, you are going to take 2 wounds to your head.
Ah.
And he just comes up and basically rakes his claws right across your face, like the side of your head to your face. So you're going to take 2 wounds, unless you decide to do something about that.
Can I dodge it?
You can try and dodge, but you're going to have to beat his original fighting roll of 24
You gotta remove. You gotta give up a card.
to dodge. And you'd have to beat 24, because that's what he rolled.
How many chips would take care of that?
2 white or a red chip.
Gonna give him a red chip.
I do.
Yeah, I don't get draws if it's on damage, just on
okay.
trait rolls.
Yep.
Okay.
So nope.
Okay, and Lily. Oh, he was going to hit you in the leg, and let's see, he was going to claw you.
2 to the head.
And one in the ear.
to
One each.
And you had the duster that was -4 to the total.
Total, yeah.
He doesn't do anything. He rolled an 8,
Right.
-4.
Can't
Didn't
damage
even do a
this.
damage.
Can't damage this.
Ching.
Dang it.
They're smart ass ghouls.
So basically, he kind of claws at your leg and bounce and kind of hits your duster and doesn't really do anything. But yeah, he was going to claw at you, and you just kind of
Ah.
bear with it, and it just slices like slices right through your hair, maybe.
Get a little trim.
Degrees of it.
Cut half my mustache off.
He kind of twirls it with his fingers, like
Yeah.
Oh, look what I
So
got.
nice.
He gently caresses. He gently caresses your cheek.
with his poop. That's his poop. Man.
His crud and crusted fingers. He does the.
Oh, yeah.
You got the dirty Sanchez right there.
Okay.
We always have the fight. We're like, what is on your face?
Oh, God, it hurts.
What is that smell? What is that smell?
Okay. That was 5s, 4s.
Hat gun.
Hat gun.
Right there.
Sweet.
Yay, he gets to use
He's
it
like,
again.
smell that.
How do you activate the hat gun?
He has a kind face. I think that it's your drawstring. You just kind of like pull the drawstring and it
Yoink.
pops down and shoots.
I didn't write down.
So basically, you pull your drawstring, your hat string, and it's either a shooting or a quick draw. So I would say in this situation, it's a quick draw.
Okay.
So just use your quick draw roll because you're basically looking at the thing and plink, pulling the hat string.
Now, the reliability, do I have to roll that first?
Oh,
right?
yeah, and the reliability is...
It's on a D20, correct?
Yep, a D20. So go ahead and roll, and I'll tell you what happened.
Got a 10.
You're good.
God.
Okay. That would be 11.
11 to hit?
Yep.
Okay, you're good. So roll your location.
17.
So, you pull your G string.
Yeah,
Upper guts.
that's a different gun.
Yeah.
What's the damage on a hat gun?
3d6, just like a regular pistol.
Ooh.
2 6s. So 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Ooh.
It's a hell of a cannon in there.
Gee,
It's like got an
gun.
artillery shell
like
shoved in a hat.
30?
30.
Like Secret Squirrel.
He like does the rip, ha, poof, and the top half of his head just. But unlike a normal gun, the cylinder is like would be up under here. It's like holding it upside down.
Okay.
So the top part of your hat holds the cylinder. So just don't think of it as coming out of your brain pan.
Right.
It's got to have room for the top of your head, but it's an upside down pistol, and it fires.
How many shots does it have? Just one?
3.
3. Okay.
It has 3.
Okay.
So you'd have to reload it, but that's the way
That's
it
fine.
works. And it's spring loaded. So to get it back in there, you'd have to take the barrel and just kind of click it back and flip that latch back up.
But
till
when
it
it's
clicks.
when it's out, all I got to do is keep pulling to go through all 3 shots.
Yeah, because that'll shoot it out and pull the trigger. And then if this is already down, you just bam, bam, bam.
Okay.
But then you just have to push it back in and flip that up till it clicks. And it'll reset your pieces here.
Crazy.
That's
There you go. Simon had an odd job. Thank you.
Odd job, yeah.
G is
Random
bad.
task from Austin Powers.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was 4s. 3s. 3 of
Hearts.
3 of hearts. Same time. What are you gonna do?
Pretty much around me right now is just Haskins, and
Sophie and Dr.
Sophie
Bruce and Lee.
I'll just kind of point my shotgun with the lantern. Or actually, I'll probably have the lantern and have the shotgun like that.
Okay.
And I'll just kind of aim down that thing, and I'll let them know, hey, there are more up ahead.
All right. And just as you say that, the other ghoul takes off. Runs, scurries off. So,
Runs away.
yep, runs away. But as you do that, he runs off, and you say there's more up ahead. You hear footsteps, and from that tunnel into your tunnel come more ghouls. And there's 8 of them coming
gee.
out of that tunnel.
How far is that tunnel branch?
Probably about 6 yards away.
Can I go ahead and
Yeah, you got your
Intervene.
card up your sleeve if you want to.
get a shot off?
Yep, you can do that.
Now Simon says sounds like it's a ghouls' night out.
Ghouls just want to have fun.
Oh, ghouls.
Ghouls just
Want to eat your
brains.
buns.
What's my target number?
5.
Okay, and I do hit.
Okay. You pretty much drop that one.
Okay.
The first one comes around the corner, just boom, and he just collapses. The others kind of run over him, and you notice as they're coming at you, they don't look like they're actually like this group isn't attacking. They kind of come around and they're like
You got the lantern out.
like facing off, like doing the
What are we gonna do?
yeah. And then you probably hear some more footsteps coming from up ahead, and you also hear footsteps coming from the tunnel you were just at. A lot more, and you hear some grunting.
Oh, good.
But they kind of like they run up and they're like,
But I have a feeling we're gonna have to fight our way through these people.
and after
Can I
about
do something, or do you still got cards?
well, we're out of cards for right now, but I'll let you do one thing at the end of the
You
round.
just got a card.
Oh, you got a card.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know you had a card.
I don't think it's the dancers from the Thriller.
I'm going to cast
Full power.
Soul Burst.
Okay.
Everybody get ready to suck wind.
Yep. $12, so succeeded.
Nice. So that means you get 5 cards plus 1 for a raise,
Okay.
plus 1 more.
So you get 7 cards out of there, right?
Yep.
Oh. Damn it. I'm like 1 card away from a straight, both sides.
Yes.
Yep. Nope. Nothing.
Nothing.
Oh, man.
Better-
Technically,
I wanna
bonus
see what this-
fireball, but
I want to see this soul blast.
Okay. So
So you kind of conjure it up, and when you do it, you're like, but you feel like more power is going through you when you do it. You're like,
Okay.
oh, there's something. I feel stronger.
but you
And
still
the man
failed.
like, no, you're not. But you do feel that.
Okay.
So,
Reshuffle.
beginning of the next
Hey,
round,
hey,
before
hey,
we go
hey,
into
hey, hey,
cards,
hey.
before we go into actions, lots more ghouls come up, and you guys are pretty much surrounded on 3 exits by probably about
from behind us too.
not behind you.
Okay.
The right
The,
tunnel,
the
left
crevasse
tunnel,
thing
and the
you
right
just
tunnel.
came from, nobody's come through there.
Okay.
But these 3 passages, there's like 30 ghouls have run up, and they're all just kind of like hedging you in. They're not attacking.
Do I notice since I've got that lantern out? Do any of them come into that light?
They do,
Okay.
but they don't. They're kind of like they don't like it, but they do come at it, but they don't. They're not charging. They're not attacking. So, I guess it depends on what you guys want to do.
You want to try to talk to him?
Well,
I can't believe
I
you
roll
just
my
said
Colt.
that.
Well, they're not attacking us. I mean, they're just standing there.
Yes, if anybody wants to roll their occult,
I was going to say maybe it's the necklace.
target number of 9. No,
But I can still think that.
you could. Yeah,
I got 10.
You got 10.
I'll say maybe it's the necklace. Protecting him. Protecting us. Keeping him at bay.
Why would they
got
care about
12.
that?
You got 12.
Feel the power of it.
Lily,
the
did
power
you
of the voodoo.
did you make your occult roll? Okay, 12 and 10. Anybody else on occult that made a roll? Okay. You're like, it could be the necklace. You two know ghouls that live when there's a lot of ghouls. It's called a colony. They usually have a king, a Ghoul King, and they follow its orders. And it is kind of it's not completely a hive mind aspect. But if they're going in to attack, the Ghoul King may be speaking in their head like, don't kill, don't attack. And Ghoul Kings are usually a little more intelligent or a lot more intelligent than ghouls. It's somebody who's retained some part of their humanity, usually, because they can control the ghouls. That's probably what you're thinking this is. They may want to take you to the Ghoul King. And Ghoul Kings have their own reasons.
I'm going to say that.
He might want to kill you. He might want to talk to you. You don't know.
I'm going to say that to the professor. So I think they're controlling. I think
agree with that.
the Ghoul King is controlling these. They might want to take us to the ruler.
Who?
Do you know which one is the Ghoul King?
No, I do not. It's not a situation where that's a common known thing. But, well, we saw what these folks did to those laughing men. Now, granted, we got the surprise on them in that corridor, but there ain't no way we're going to be able to take the rest of these out. And they're just holding back. Something's going on.
I try to talk to him.
You're
One
the
of them
gift of
goes,
gab. You can go at.
Oh, my gee.
Lead on.
Language.
Are they ever doing anything? Do they?
No, they just seem to be kind of heading you off,
They don't-
and they're not
Well,
moving.
we're not moving or anything.
Nope,
so
and they're not
really
moving
moving
forward. They're
We
just
haven't
kind of like
lost ground and they haven't.
doing that. Don't you go anywhere. Okay.
We're all kind of in a circle
Kind of less
with our backs to each other.
They
Right?
kind of grunt and squeal,
I'm gonna
like
say
almost like
something
pigs.
to 'em.
You say something to them,
Say, do you need us to go somewhere?
they kind of like
Scratch your balls?
say, "Yummy."
I'm going to switch my shotgun out for the pistol because it has more shots.
Okay, good idea.
I'll reload the one shotgun in my.
Okay.
I'm going to reload the
I'll reload mine.
Sharps 50, and I'm going to make sure my shotgun is inside my duster is loaded well too.
Mm-hmm.
I do have a double barrel shotgun with me.
Okay, so as you kind of come up here, you enter the passageway goes, and this cavern opens on the side. It's kind of like walking past an exhibit. You know what I mean? You walk by, and it's just the cave entrance is that part of the hallway.
So they're leading us down the straight path?
Yeah, they are. So you come up here. Okay. So you come up here, and this is like you're walking by, but as you get close to that, it's like everybody roll your vigor, target number of 5. Oh, I dropped that.
And they're
I'm
all
sorry, Olaf.
Yeah.
This is the larder. You see bodies in there, parts of bodies. Some are decayed, some are skeletons, but there's some that are fairly recent. You see bodies of maybe one Native American, but you do see like 4 or 5 of those laughing men, and some of them you recognize from the other night.
Say, there ain't any of those cities of Los Angeles people in
No,
there, is there?
none
Damn.
of those. But they're like, most of them are bloated and like just flies everywhere. So it's like,
They forgot their Tupperware.
so if you rolled a 5, you're like, trying to keep it down. Olaf's like,
This is
Smells
like a home.
victory.
reminds me of mother's cooking.
Battlefields.
Yeah.
It's like a big pile of loot fisk.
And on down, they kind of bring you into another large cavern. And this cavern is like, there are holes in the walls, it looks like, but they're like dens. So you walk in, there's ghouls up in these holes, just kind of like sitting like burrows almost. And over across, back right about here, you see one kind of big alcove, and there is... It looks like, at first you're like, is that a throne? But it looks like it's just a pile of bones and spines and skulls that have been kind of sat in. So it looks like a throne, but it's just masses of bones. And there's a ghoul up there who's a little fatter than the rest, but he's still got the powerful arms. He's still kind of short and stooped, but you notice he's got like a little bit of a beard that the others don't have. And he's got kind of long, scraggly hair. And he's wearing basically a crown of like finger bones
Bones.
and vertebrae.
Yeah.
So, and he's sitting on this throne, just kind of reared back. One thing you notice odd about him is he has a belt on. And it's not just a belt, it's a gun belt. It's got a holster with a pistol in it.
Shit.
And it's like, what the hell? So
What is
he's
this
just
dude?
sitting there reared back. And you guys are herded into the room,
We stumbled.
Heard it, huh? Oh dear.
pretty much. And he kind of like, on your knees for a minute. And he speaks like good English, but it's just this very guttural kind of fat guy sounding on your knees a minute.
Get on my knees.
No.
Yeah, really. Can't really.
I kneel before God only. You are no God.
Bring him to me.
Good luck.
And 3 of the ghouls
Strike blind.
do.
Yeah.
Don't roll.
Don't roll.
Doesn't have an effect.
Right.
He's like, when you do that, he's like, not here. Bring him.
I'll walk up to him.
He's still in the machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pushing if they can. You know, like,
I'm just walking. Ka-chunk,
yep.
ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk.
He kind of,
Is there room for him to wear his hat in that thing? I don't think there is there?
probably not. Not with the helmet. You can wear the
He's
hat
got it
or the
strapped to the
helmet.
top of the machine.
Yeah. He's like, hold out your hand.
Your name.
What does that matter?
I'd like to know who to call you is if we're going to converse. I'm Father Olaf Olafson.
They used to call me Croft.
Oh, she
I want to know why you're down here.
To discover what happened to the previous expedition, Colonel Powell.
I want to know what you're doing down here. I'm not talking to you. He's like pretty pissed.
And just as he said, we're looking to find out what happened to Pow.
He made it out.
And you,
bodyguard. Can I do that?
Yeah, you can do bodyguard.
and you didn't.
Ain't that pretty obvious?
How did he make it out?
He bolted. Must have made it out somehow.
What
I
did he?
hear they buried him out there.
What was he running from? Well,
My
besides-
followers.
Hmm?
My followers. Now, I'm stuck here.
So these are the things that you guys found.
Took down most of us. Powell went on. I was following him right up. And then I got overtaken before he got to wherever he was going.
Why didn't it kill you?
Well, they tried. They bit me. Something about me, I don't know what the hell. I became one of them, but not completely like them. I can still remember. So, I tried to escape, but I couldn't find a way out. Got worse and worse. Became looking like this. When I did find an exit, I couldn't get rid of these people. They were just hanging on me like I was a god. And he says,
I don't laugh in game. That's how we
he's
get-
like, I stepped outside, couldn't handle the sunlight. I only go out at night. The more I went out at night, the more I realized I don't belong out there no more.
Sounds like a miserable existence.
It is.
Do you want to be able to go back?
Not really.
Why is that?
After what I'd done, as soon as I go back to normal and step outside, I'm sure the Havasupai have my head on a platter.
What'd you do to them?
He stole this.
Oh,
Yeah, he says, well, if you talk to that shaman fella, I'm sure he told you about it. I'm sure he regrets what I did to him. It was my greed that punished me. I gave him the whiskey. He told me about the treasure down here. Took that amulet, snuck our way in. Powell didn't want us to, but all me and the boys, there's treasure down here. We had to find it. Now, I can tell you, if you're down here to look for treasure, you ain't going to find none.
No, we're just down here trying to figure out what happened.
is the jar? It was in a jar, right?
It's like a ceramic box.
Yeah, is the ceramic box still down here?
It is.
Is
So
it?
you know what the treasure is.
Yeah, that's what you're considering a treasure. Yeah.
I wish I would have considered that when I came down here. The mistake of Havasupai gold and emeralds and silver. Maybe
You know
some
what-
ghost rock.
Do you know where the ceramic container is now?
Down that way
Actually,
somewhere.
Can I feel it from here?
Yeah, you can kind of sense the direction still. So he's down that way somewhere, but I ain't going near it.
Why is that? Yes, sir.
I lead this kind of existence, and I don't even want to know what's down there.
We kind of made a
Some of the ghouls won't even go very far. I can go so far, but I ain't going farther than that.
we got a
And
bit
I
of
think
a,
that's where Powell went.
we got us a bit of a situation then, because we made a pact with that same medicine man to try to check on that box.
Well, and to bring it back to undo the things that have been done to he and his own.
So we're going to have to go on, if you allow us, that is.
Oh, he's going to allow us. I would like to use overall.
Sure, go ahead.
He's pretty strong-willed.
Go ahead.
I'm going to walk right up to him.
And kiss him. No.
Ask him to dance.
Look him in the eye. And say,
Shubagabadoodie, shidibadadada. No, I'm kidding.
yes, that. Look him in the eye and say, this is the punishment you deserve for your greed. Tell them to let us pass.
He kind of nods, and he's like,
You roll your overall or not? Want to roll your overall?
yeah, go ahead and roll your... Yeah, roll your overall, because it might...
Yeah, roll your overall. See if it does you any
Kiss the
good.
cat.
Let's see.
19?
You and Copperhead, Jesus Christ. You rolled a 4. So, yeah, when you say you will, I suppose you're like, all right, I was going to. I need to redeem myself in my own eyes. I've been sitting down here for 5 years dwelling on this. You're right. I took advantage of that shaman I shouldn't have. But you ought to know there's some men that came through here just a few hours ago, took out some of my ghouls, some of my favorite ghouls, and I wasn't appreciative of that.
Which way did they
We'll
go?
we'll happily kill
How do
them
you
for
choose
you.
which
That
ones are
way,
your favorite?
toward the ceramic box.
Shit, we got to get moving.
Yeah, what were, I mean, those are the
Lost Angels.
Those are some evil damn men that are worse than you've
the
ever
priests of
done.
the lost angels. They've been after us ever since we've been hunting this.
They're ahead of you now. So you better get going.
Well, if you don't mind,
Dum-ba-dum-ba-dum.
So you guys head out. Couple of the ghouls start to follow. You hear him, get back here. And they kind of cower, whimper, and scatter back. And pretty much as you guys are walking, you can hear like this guttural, you don't know if it's laughing or what, or just fights.
Why? We're
Yeah.
so hungry.
Yeah, pretty much. So after
I
about
ordered the Uber Eats.
After about 10 minutes, that kind of fades back in the distance, and you're back on the trail, so to speak, and you come to another small cavern. And this, as you come into the cavern, it kind of slopes downward, and you notice there's water at the bottom, like stagnant water. But there are like little rock croppings that look like steps, almost like plateaus, natural, and it's kind of like the leap stones you could get across. But it's just this brackish looking water. Doesn't really seem like it's moving, and it's probably about 20 feet across to the other side, and it slopes up to a cave or a tunnel that kind of angles off.
Well, he's going to be like the Ed 2.
So, you kind of look. Everybody make a cognition check. Target number of 7. And it doesn't look like the water is overly deep. It'll probably come up to about your mid-thigh. But as you look at the water to see how deep it is, all of you guys who made it, you can see something move through the water. And then you see another one.
Somebody bring a fishing pole.
I've seen this in a movie once.
It was called Jaws.
Yeah. They look like water snakes or
No, they look like fish.
fish.
Yeah, but as you catch a glimpse of the fin, it's like translucent with veins in it. And the skin doesn't look normal.
Because it lives in a cave.
Yeah. And they do look like, from what you can tell, from what you saw, especially if you rolled above, if you got a raise on your roll, they're about this big and about like that, like from the side. So almost like a bass or trout, something like that. So they're
Or piranha.
good size. If it's a piranha, it's a good sized piranha.
They're massive piranhas.
But you see at least 2
Take your legs
in the water. And it doesn't look like there's any way to go around it. Like this water goes right up to the edge, and it looks like it is kind of like an underground kind of stream or something, because you can see where the water comes out, but it's still. It's not like a current. So
How far across is the water?
about 20 feet across, but there are stepping stones, and you will need to make a nimbleness check, target number of 9, to get across.
Yeesh.
So
Does anybody say anything about the
basically,
fishies?
It's a good
I should
time
say
for
there's steps, and then you'll have to make 2 target number 9 nimbleness checks to get, because there's a couple one where you're like, that's kind of a leap to another step. So you have to make 2 nimbleness checks, target number 9 to get across.
Is
All right,
this a
hold
good
on.
time for the
Wait a
grappling
minute.
hook again?
Wait a minute. Does people say anything about the fish?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys would say something about the fish.
Wait, before you start jumping across.
It's a big underwater tuna.
Yeah. Well, before you go across, let me see if I can get across.
Already started.
Well, wait, and I'm gonna take rope and throw it back to you to help me. Help.
All right. Got my.
All right. One, 3, 4, 5.
And don't forget your extra card.
Oh yeah, I did forget about that. Shoot, I forgot that last time.
I thought I reminded you. Oh, for that one.
Yes, I did at that time. Now, let's see. Let me do my thing. For some reason, the thing is not. There it is. All right, so. That's an S. So I'm shadow walking somewhere across this cavern with the rope.
It was Bo in the cavern with a rope.
All right, so how many yards is it?
Well, it's 20 feet, so that'd be what?
I got 5 yards,
Yeah,
so not quite.
That's 15.
that's 15. So you could get past the 2 nimbleness jumps,
6 3/4 yards.
yeah, to get to the other.
The one that wouldn't be so bad.
Yeah.
Can I do that?
Yeah, you can do that.
Poop.
So you just bypassed the 2 nimbleness checks you had to make, and now you're just on like 3 steps away from shore.
So I'll do that. Do. Okay, and I'll chuck the rope over to you. And you won't pass it back, and you can use the guide you over. And I'll hold it on this side. Or is there something like a slag tie Well, something like that I can
Actually,
patch
So
it.
you held on to one
I'll
end and
step
threw
back
him.
over, and I'll anchor the rope so everybody else can go.
Okay.
So
Can I anchor it on something, or is there?
There's probably small stalactites in here.
when I
Stalagmites,
step over, I'm
stalactites.
gonna wrap the rope around my arm and just yank the fuck.
On the bait.
So yeah, there's some small outcry, kind of like these steps that you could
Right.
kind of wrap it around. And if you wanted to, you could wrap it around, then hold it.
Yep, that's what I was looking
That
at.
way, it doesn't slide off or come untied. You can just kind of hold it and use that to brace it.
All right.
So you can do that.
Okay.
So-
That's what I'll do.
Okay. Now the
I'll
only
do the
thing
same
is
on the other side.
it's a rope straight across, and this thing kind of snakes. So some of the nimbleness checks you'll still have to make because you'll either have to give a lot of slack or move back and forth across the cavern to get the rope to line up right.
That's fine. I can walk back and forth.
Yeah.
But the nimbleness, won't be target of 9 anymore?
It'll probably be more like a 5
Okay.
with the rope. So, okay.
Who's first? Olaf?
The rock.
How deep is the rudder?
Sink
Got a
under
five.
his weight.
Okay.
He just smashes him down.
Was that -1?
That was with the -1.
Okay. So that first step, you kind of like leap over, and when you land, it kind of. Okay, I'm on the step. I'm on the
Kinda
step.
like that wet
So,
boot.
you made it. Go ahead. Next one.
14.
That one's way easier. You're actually more like just a little hop, and you kind of, all right, hey, perfect landing. And then the
Play
rest of it's
hopscotch.
pretty easy. So you made it. Okay, who's next?
Miss Lily?
I'll go. Nimbleness.
So you made both rolls?
Yes.
Okay, so you made it across.
So you said 5.
Yep, target number 5 twice.
Tell Lily, maybe you better check that tone.
See you guys later.
Did you not make it?
No, I got a negative penalty too.
Oh, did you go
way.
bust?
I didn't go bust.
You didn't
I
go
got
bust.
4. I got
You want to
4.
spin chips?
Let's see what happens.
Okay. Okay. Oh, what's the D4? Ooh. Okay, Cobb, you are going to take your 3/4 coat just goes down to like your frock coat just goes down
Yeah.
like mid thigh. You're going to take 3 wounds to your leg
Oof.
because one of the fish is going to swim up and bite into it.
Okay, does that include my body size? 7?
Wait a minute. 2 wounds.
Okay.
You'll take 2 wounds to the leg. And, should roll that. Yep. You will have to make an opposed strength check versus target number 11, or it'll drag you down underwater.
So, I'll spend 2 chips for the wounds.
Okay.
Yes.
That's inspiration.
It's a bit gamey, sir.
Nope, I didn't beat 11.
Okay. So, what'd you get?
I got 8.
Okay. So you see Cobb kind of slip into the water, and all of a sudden, like, hey. And then all of a sudden, his feet go out from under him, and he goes under, almost like Luke Skywalker in the trash compactor. And he starts to go under.
Can I'll jump in after him.
You gonna jump in after him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Swimming.
All right. So
grab
it
him.
does drag him under. You know this isn't very deep, but he's not really coming up right away.
Can I try something?
Yes.
All right.
So you're gonna jump in the water.
Yes.
Okay.
After him.
Just drop
With
the rope.
armor on, because I'm dumb.
Drop the rope.
Yeah.
No, that only comes
He's
up
not
to-
that he's not that far from me, is he?
No, he's probably about 10 feet away.
You run and jump off the thing and leave.
Or was that was the first nimbleness
That was the
check?
first demo.
Yeah, so he's about 10 feet away.
Well, maybe I'll wait, because that's a long way to try to jump. I'll start moving.
Red
like
Joker I
going to
can
jump.
use
But
for myself, right?
Yes.
I
I'll
cast
move up to the edge and then
Okay.
I hear Bo say, "Let me try something." I'll hold off for a second.
I go, Cobb! And I'm basically finding fingers.
He's gonna finger Cobb.
And I got 3 of a kind, so that's a person.
Okay.
Sweet. So you basically,
Cobb! But I got to drop the rope, so I can't drop the
well, you
rope.
had it tied off.
I've already.
So
I was probably. Well, I was holding on to the rope.
you were.
Yeah.
So
So I guess if you guys hold it, you can try and hold on to it. Well, you failed your strength check.
yeah.
So your hands probably slipped off the rope at that point.
Okay.
And it drug you under. But all of a sudden you go under, you feel yourself underwater, and all of a sudden you're breaking the surface of the water again, and Cobb comes floating up,
Yeah, I come up there,
and it looks
probably run up to the edge and
he's
pull him
sitting, looks like somebody just went boop and picked him up out of the water. And as you pick him up out of the water, you see this fish like let go of his pant leg and fall in the water. The fish is like kind of translucent, like I said. You can see the inside guts, you can see the eyes, you can see the huge sharp teeth. It looks like a cross between a piranha and a barracuda.
Oh, jeez.
But it has like 3 eyes on one side, 2 eyes on another, and there's like an extra dorsal fin that kind of starts halfway down its back. It's just like
It's a mutant fish.
mutated all to hell.
Angry
And it's
people
big,
fish.
and when it drops, it splashes in the water, and you can see it swim. And the others, you see like 3 more in the water moving
great
around.
cave
all of a
sharks.
sudden. And they all kind of come under Cobb. So they're like, ooh,
Food.
yeah. So,
Well,
but you've got him, so you want
I'm
to
going
just
to bring him over to us.
bring him over.
Do
Okay.
you stop jumping in, or?
No, I just walked up to the edge, and when you said "hold on," I stopped.
Okay.
So,
I bring him over, and I says, I can do this for a while. And who's over? Who's next? Who's over there now?
well, Copperhead made both rolls. He's over there. There's Bruce, Haskins, Sophie, and Lee. And Lee doesn't even hold the rope. He actually just doop, 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 right over, because he has 4d12 plus 2 for nimbleness. And if you really wanted to, you could have used Monkey Move the Mountain.
Yeah.
So he could have.
Well, I have this on for it's 1 win per round.
Okay.
So
Well, you got 3 more people who need to come over, so we can roll for them real quick and see if you need it.
I can just bring him over.
Yeah, just bring him over.
I'll just bring him over.
Well, if you want to bring them over, you can. Okay.
Or if they want to try and make it, I can have my hands on them.
They're okay.
Okay.
Yeah, they're like, well, we don't want to tax you out too much.
It doesn't matter if I'm holding you or not. It's the same thing.
All right.
The force is with me.
Yeah, you grab Dr. Bruce. I'm just kidding you. That was funny.
As he comes over, I dip into the water. Whoa, whoa.
Whoop, hang on. Whoop,
He's actually down there. Hello, little fishy, and they're like, oh, we love you, Dr. Bruce.
fix me, Dr. Bruce. I'm all effed up.
So yeah, you guys get all the way over
right,
through this black pool to the other side, and the fish kind of just
How much wind do you use?
So that's 1, 2,
4,
4. Yeah.
5 wins.
5 wins.
Do I hit 10, 20, 30?
Yeah, 18. So it's only difficulty 3 for me to wipe out his win.
Yeah. So you're,
All the way. Suck it out. Thanks, pal.
I probably like, I got it. Hey, this is not so bad.
yeah.
Yeah, well, thank you, Bo.
Thank you, Cobb. I was going to take a nap, but now I got to do all this crap.
So yeah, when you
That was
started
nasty.
doing that,
Okay, so you guys get past the pond, the pool.
I went to scout ahead down that tunnel with my goggles on.
Okay. You do see another cavern coming up, and it's got more of those markings, like cave drawings and stuff like that. And you do see some of those drawings and some like shards of pottery. It looks like there may have been some furniture, but it's fallen apart. But there's like,
Furniture?
well, like they look like they were tables or something, or
Okay.
chairs, but they've all just fallen apart from age. But there are some crocks of pottery, and they're broken up, so there's shards and stuff like that with decorations on them. So when you guys finally catch up and get to that, Haskins, of course, so he's got to take notes and sketch some of these things. He grabs some of the pottery, examines it. Yeah, these are Anasazi. And as he's looking at them, and you guys are kind of like, okay, well, this isn't another one of those
Does he
kids.
want to put any in his backpack to?
He is. He grabs them, puts them in his satchel, and as he does,
As he's coming in, so you see any of them tracks of them one guys?
I don't know. Let me look.
You can say what you want, but I just.
oh yeah, no, I'll wait till he makes his track and roll.
See if any of them are missing a leg or something.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it? 10.
10?
10.
No, nothing really in here either.
I found your mother.
Again, it's
You did, my word.
She's under that thing that Olaf's using.
You let me get under there and check. There she is. Well, look at that. Mama.
I don't see nothing that's out of place, so I don't know if they've been down this way or not. But I might as well just assume they are. It's pretty amazing to me how these damn lost angels can get further down here than we can.
Well, we know one of them can fly.
yeah. and who
Oh,
knows
yeah,
what
we are
else they
messing
can
with the
do
demon,
their
aren't we?
black magic kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Who knows? As you guys are kind of looking at the tracks and all that, you sense something in the middle of the room, and right where Haskins is putting something away, and it's right in front of him. You see like a wisp of smoke, and all of a sudden it's like this shimmering blue image of a Native American standing there looking at him. And you can't make out the features too well. It's like just imagine if he was standing under a spotlight, so he's all shadowed, but it's all blue.
Professor.
Yeah, he's like, I see it.
Soon the
And it
Jedi will
basically-
be destroyed.
Execute Order 66.
Thank you.
He says, he's like, I see it. And the thing looks at him, and it raises its hand, and it's got what looks like a stone knife. Mm-hmm. And he kind of looks and tilts his head, looks around.
Sign.
Yeah. And if anybody's doing Indian sign or says anything in Native American, it kind of pauses, lowers the hand a minute. Like it looked like it was going to try and stab Haskins. Mm-hmm. Kind of stops. And you see him put the knife in the other hand and point. And Haskins is like,
We go that way.
it's an Anasazi. And he looks it up and down. He's like, and it's basically a ghost. Mm-hmm. And it kind of like pauses, looks at everybody. And as it looks at you, make a spirit check, target number of 5. Because it looks at each one of you in turn.
A straight spirit.
Yes. Not guts. Spirit.
Yep.
How many of you made it? Well, Dr. Bruce, Haskins, Sophie, and Lee made it. You made it. You made it. You did not. You did not. You made it. You did not. Okay. For those of you who have made it, when it looks at you, it's just kind of that, okay, neat. Mm-hmm. The 3 that didn't, when it looks at you, it's like scrutinize. And you feel not just fear, but almost like you get an image. Whenever you create your character, you have your greatest fear.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
You feel a tinge of that. Like just a brief instant flash of that. Like yours would be the hill.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I don't know what yours is.
Oh, I can't remember what mine was now.
And I don't know if you had yours.
Being a weak woman.
Yeah. So you guys feel that just come to the forefront. It almost makes you want to like either...
Oh, I'm a damsel in distress.
Yeah, either cry or fearful something, but you feel it real strong for an instant. Just like it looked into your soul.
I'll take my hat off and just kind of nod to it.
Accidentally hits the cord.
It goes like, puts it back in the other hand.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Just looks down where it went through.
Yeah.
Really? So it does look at everybody in turn, just has that gaze, and then it does switch the hand and kind of point to another exit, and you and Haskins feel that's the way you need to go. And as you
can't see
come
what he's
down
drawing
here,
anymore.
you do see some bodies. Looks like dressed in kind of cowboy outfit. Like maybe these are more of the
What was
explorers.
this again?
Bodies. You see
Bodies,
some
okay.
bodies. They're kind of decayed. Been here for a couple of years, so they've already gone past the bloating stage, and now they're just kind of like almost mummified. And as you come in, there's 3 of them just kind of laying around. And as you look, Haskins is kind of like, these might be more of Powell's men or Croft's men. And as you're walking through, make a cognition check.
Actually, I'll say something before we're walking through. When we see him, I'll say, Cobb, Olaf, you want to maybe give these bodies some rights?
You have the right to remain silent.
Permanently.
What was the difficulty?
Oh, target number is 7.
The cognition?
Yeah.
Keen?
Keen will add. Not even.
That's an 8.
15.
16.
Okay.
Thumbs up.
So as you guys kind of walking through and you're like, Cobb, Olaf, you want to do last rites on these? You all see one of them, the head's like this, and it
Falls.
looking at you.
Oh,
The eyes are gone, but it
Yeah.
kind of falls its head, looks directly at your group.
No boy.
yeah, you want to give these last rides?
They're back.
Does it look like he's trying to get up or anything? Or
You all kind of focus on that one. It just kind of like... But then you hear something behind you. And as you turn around, that one is starting to sit up.
how long does it take?
Adnate absolution in Planeten.
Pow pow!
It only takes 1 minute. That's. Would that be
They're pretty slow, so
pretty
right
slow?
now.
I start to give last rites then.
Okay. As Cobb is reading last rites,
And we're all pointing guns at him.
they walk through the valley of shadow of death, blah blah blah. They are, all 3 of them are
I'm going to shoot one.
getting up.
Well, it kind of ruins the whole last rites thing.
Does it?
Yes.
I think so. Yeah.
I'll start aiming. How's
Yeah,
that?
that's what I was doing. Was aiming. I was aiming.
I'll start saying, says, look, we're here. We know you're part of, what was his name? I'm sorry.
Powell.
Oh.
Powell's men.
No,
Trying to-
craftsman.
Well, Powell.
Ow. Okay.
Powell's men. We're trying to give you peace. Rest down. Let the good reverend save your souls.
So it takes about a minute to read
Yeah.
last rites. Okay. You're talking to them. They don't seem to respond, but they are finally like, and you can see one of them go to get up, and his forearm falls off, and he just kind of stands. The other 2 are pushing themselves to their feet. One guy was laying on his stomach, and you actually see his spine like snap backwards, and he kind of like does a push up to get up, and one of his boots falls off with part of the foot in it,
Jeez.
and they start stumbling against the wall, getting up.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, can you read a little faster, Cobb?
Yeah.
But basically, they get up and they start to kind of like lurch forward towards you guys just as you finish, and all 3 of them just collapse into piles.
Good job.
Yeah,
He's
they were.
hammerback.
I don't get a penalty for like a 3-for-1 thing.
No.
Okay. So they got 5, just what I need.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
No, and basically that was like they were walking dead. So you talking to them, their brains are gone, they're
Right.
rotted. So, but if you would have had to fight them, they're just walking dead. You'd have to shoot them in the head. But yeah, you perform last rites just as they're about to attack, and they just collapse. So good job on that.
What are we doing?
As you leave that cave, you come to another. The tunnel kind of angles down a little bit, and it looks like it's going into another cavern. And down there, it's kind of far, but you can see what looks like white rocks or something like that. Okay. As you get closer, the floor is littered with bones. And it looks like they've been gnawed upon, and it kind of looks like the ghouls had their larder. Well, this would be their trash heap.
Oh, right.
So there's just a cavern. There's a cool picture of it. There's a cavern full of bones. And as you get down there, you pretty much have to walk through the bones.
Crunch.
Doesn't really matter about a...
Hey, Olaf, why don't you plow us a...
a nimbleness check. It's just crunching through bones. So if you want him to go through and just walk through and grind them to powder... Okay, you're going to be actually kind of stomping. Roll a d20.
2.
Good. You don't malfunction. So you can basically tromp through and kind of crush things down.
Right now there's all this bone dust.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Wait a
bone
minute,
meal and
before
dust.
he does that, though, is there any look like the bones are disturbed in a different way?
No. So, at least not that you... Because you're like, go ahead, make a path. Oh, wait! You didn't see anything.
All right.
So, yeah, you crunch a path through, and it does take a couple minutes because it's a lot of bones. So, by the time he gets done, it's like about mid-calf high of bones. And there's animals and human, all kinds of bones in here. So, as you guys kind of come through, you pretty much have to put a handkerchief up because of the dust in the air.
Right.
Well, looking up, is there like a hole they're dropping?
Bats. You look up and the ceiling is full of bats.
Oh, great. So not only is it bone dust, it's guano dust.
Yeah, there is guano on the ground. You're like,
Oh, great.
Thank goodness I got a bandana.
so you can, and the guano, it's kind of a
Guano,
bowl shape.
calcium.
So you can walk around the edges
almost
and not
make
have
out
to
gunpowder.
sludge through all the guano.
Thank goodness.
A really darn good fertilizer.
One thing is, Sophie's like, everybody be quiet and douse that lantern.
What about him?
You'll go last.
Oh, gee.
Go quietly.
Yeah. So
I'll go
basically, everybody make a sneak check. If you do not have sneak, I will allow you to roll nimbleness, straight nimbleness, but you're at -4.
I don't think I have sneak.
I have sneak.
Everybody has a sneak of 1.
Yeah.
Yes, everybody at least has sneak of 1. So roll your sneak.
What do we need?
Well, just tell me what you get.
I got 7.
26.
Okay.
15.
Okay.
I went first.
6 on sneak.
6. Okay.
10.
Okay. So. Lucky. 5. I took their cognition versus the lowest sneak roll to see if they would wake up. And they rolled a 5.
Okay.
So as you're moving through as quietly as you can, they kind of flutter and move, but they don't wake up. Yeah. Hey, you're actually moving like kind of quietly. So
Even
Well,
though
if
it's
those-
going, ooh.
yeah. Well, they're all
If those
lulled to
shotguns
sleep.
weren't as loud as we thought they would be, he's not as loud as
Yeah. So you guys make it through the bat cave. No pun intended.
No,
Yeah.
Bat cave.
You guys make it through, and as you come through the bat cave, up ahead, the cavern the tunnel kind of gets a little wide, and you notice a glow coming from up there. And as you enter this part of the tunnel, it widens up a little bit. You notice the wall is, and some of the floor is glowing.
Look kind of odd up here, gentlemen and ladies.
So when you walk in, it's kind of like that. Interesting, like night lights.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody make a cognition check. Target number of 7.
What's those little
Actually,
glowworms
target number
like
of
they have
5.
Those little glowworms like they have in
Pitch black?
Pitch Black.
No.
Cognition, you said?
Yeah, target number 5. Got it.
That's
Got it.
6.
Got it.
10.
Got it.
10.
Got it. As you walk in, you're like, what is this? And it looks like moss or lichens. But as you look at it, it looks more like fungus, like mushrooms and stuff. And it's glowing.
Dr. Bruce, do you know what that is?
It's glowing fungus.
Give me a sample.
I dare to eat one.
I'm like,
And he goes to touch it. And when he does, you notice where he touches one of them, there's like a ripple, like he just touched water, but it's the light. So he touches one, it goes dark, and then it kind of ripples light away from where he touched it. Like he just put his finger in a pool. And he's like, whoa.
Don't do that.
hold on.
But he's like, Dr. Bruce is like, I don't know much about this stuff, but I'd suggest we don't disturb it too much in case it kicks out spores.
Best keep them bandanas on, everybody.
Good idea.
Yeah.
And at the end of the 50-foot thing, you come to what looks like an actual entrance. It's like handmade. And it's not a door, it's just a perfectly round cave entrance for this tunnel. And beyond that, you see a lot more light. And we will stop there.
Yay!